Nature holds so many textures and patterns that are just waiting to be transformed into textile art. Hi, I'm Angie, and I'm a mixed media textile artist. And in this series of videos, I'm going to show you how I take items that I've collected on my morning walk and turn them into beautiful art quilts. Are you ready to see how I did it? Then let's go. When I'm outside, I'm always looking for interesting shapes and patterns. The shape of a leaf, the veins of that leaf, the curve of a seed pod, or the texture of a feather. They can inspire so many creative ideas. Today, I'm collecting a few pieces to see how I can translate these organic shapes into textile designs. So let's take these back to the studio and see what I've collected. Now that I'm back in the studio, I like to study the textures and shapes that I've gathered. This leaf has some beautiful veins that would be just perfect in a screen print, while the seed pod texture can inspire a new background pattern. I use a free phone app called Adobe Capture to turn them into black and white images that I can use to make a thermofax silkscreen. So let me show you how I use Adobe Capture. Go to your app store and download the app to your phone. So after you downloaded the app, go ahead and open it and place your item on a clean, neutral background. I like to use white foam board, but you can use anything that doesn't have any pattern or texture to it. So when you open the app, you'll come to this page, and across the top, you'll see a number of different items. You want to scroll over until you see the shapes. So click on the shapes. That's what we're going to be using. And then down at the bottom right, you're going to see either a camera icon or an image icon that represents your gallery. So you can use either one. You can take a photo with your camera, or you can bring in a photo from your image gallery. So I'm going to start by taking a photo. So click on the camera icon. So go ahead and get your item placed in your camera viewfinder. And what you do is this slider that's directly underneath your image, you can slide that to the right or to the left. The further you slide it to the left, the cleaner your image will be, but it will have less detail, so to speak. And the more you slide it to the right, you'll get a darker image, but you may pick up a lot of noise. Now, I like to take two images. I take one with the image to the right, and then I'll slide the image or the slider over to the left, and I'll take one that has not as strong of lines, but gives me a cleaner image. And this works perfect for this series because one will give me a silhouette type image if I slide it over to the right, and one will give me some detail that I can print on top of that. Once you're happy, just click on the shutter button and you'll take your image. So to save it, you want to click on that blue arrow to the right, and it should come up and have you save it. So click on the save button down at the bottom. And now your image is saved. So the images are actually saved online at Adobe Cloud, but you can't access them from your phone later if you wish. To get them out of your phone, you click on the image. You click on the share button down at the bottom left, click on export. You can save it as the image file, or as an SVG file, or as a PDF file. When I export it as an SVG, and then I take it into a program on my computer that uses SVG files, and I'll show you how to do that a little later. So now that I've exported it, let's go to the computer and I'll show you how I take it into Inkscape, which is another free program, and I'll show you how I clean it up. Now, this won't be a full Inkscape tutorial, but if you're interested in that, I have a full course on my website. I'll have a link in the description below. Since I exported the file as an SVG, I can bring it directly into Inkscape, and there's no need to do any conversion like there would be if I'd have brought it in as a PNG. Now you can see all of this extra noise around the bottom, and there's some around the leaf at the top. I'm going to grab the selection tool, which is the top tool in the menu bar. So I'm going to left click and drag over all of this noise down at the bottom and hit the delete key. Up here around the top of the leaf, This area is just a little too tight to click and drag without grabbing some of the leaf, so instead, I'm going to use the eraser tool. I'll grab the eraser tool from the toolbar and change the diameter to a size that fits the area. And all you do is left click and drag over those stray marks, and they're gone. So I'll zoom in and change the size of the eraser as needed and just click and drag and erase those stray marks. And I'll keep at it until I'm happy with it. And once I'm happy with it, I can go ahead and print it out in black and white, and it's ready to be turned into a Thermofax silkscreen. Well, I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I take these items that I find on my nature walks and turn them into designs that I can use for screen printing. If you've enjoyed this and want to share your own nature-inspired creations, leave me a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tutorials on fabric painting and textile art. In the next video, I'll show you how I take these designs and turn them into Thermofax silkscreens.